Hey guys, welcome back for Genesis chapter 10. Glad you could be with me. So I am what would be called or referred to as a Gentile gringo whose Hebrew isn't the best. So this chapter is full of Hebrew names that I'm going to give my best to pronunciate, but bear with me. Secondly, I want to give a shout out to my nephew Austin, Aloha, Shaka, who showed me a little trick to be able to put the words on the screen. So we're going to give that a shot tonight. See how it goes. Okay, verse 1. Now these are the records of the generations of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah. And the sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth were Gomer and Magog and Madai and Javan and Tubal and Meshech and Tyrus. The sons of Gomer were Ashkenaz and Riphath and Togarmah. The sons of Javan were Elisha and Tarshish, Kittim and Dodanim. From these the coastlands of the nations were separated into their lands, everyone according to his language, according to their families, into their nations. And let's remember that for procreation purposes, we don't see God put forth rules on marriages within families until we get to the book of Leviticus. And we'll go over that more when we get there, but it's apparent that up to this point, to populate the earth, that this was a method that God tolerated. Verse 6, the sons of Ham were Cush and Mizraim and Put and Canaan. The sons of Cush were Seba and Havilah, and Sabbath, and Ramah, and Sabteka. And the sons of Ramah were Sheba and Dedan. Now Cush became the father of Nimrod. He became a mighty one on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Therefore it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord. The beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. Verse 11. From that land he went forth into Assyria, and built Nineveh, and Rehoboth Ir, and Calah, and Rezin between Nineveh and Calah, that is, the great city. Mizraim became the father of Ludim, and Anamim, and Lehabim, and Naphtuhim, and Pathrusim, and Calshuhim, from which came the Philistines, and Caphtorim. Canaan became the father of Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, and the Jebusite, and the Amorite, and the Girgashite, and the Hivite, and the Archite, and the Sinite, and the Arvadite, and the Zemarite, and the Hamathite. And afterward, the families of the Canaanite were spread abroad. The territory of the Canaanite extended from Sidon as you go toward Gerar, as far as Gaza, as you go toward Sodom and Gomorrah and Admah and Zeboim, as far as Lasha. These are the sons of Ham, according to their families, according to their languages, by their lands, and by their nations. So we see a lot of names in Ham's family that became nations detestable to God. And again, this stems from the event in Genesis chapter 9 with the incident inside Noah's tent that led to a curse being put upon the generations that would stem from Ham. If you missed the reading on chapter 9, you can go back and check that one out. Verse 21. Also to Shem, the father of all the children of Eber, and the older brother of Japheth, children were born. The sons of Shem were Elam, and Asher, and Arpachshad, and Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram were Uz, and Hul, and Gether, and Mash. Arpachshad became the father of Shelah, and Shelah became the father of Eber. Two sons were born to Eber. The name of the one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. The reference here to the earth being divided in Peleg's days appears to be a reference to the upcoming incident with the dividing of the nations at the Tower of Babel. Verse 26. Joktan became the father of Alomedad, and Sheleph, and Hazamereth, and Jerah, and Hadaram, and Uzal, and Diklah, and Obal, and Amiel, and Sheba, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. Now their settlement extended from Mesha as far as you go toward Sephar, the hill country to the east. These are the sons of Shem, according to their families, according to their languages, by their lands, according to their nations. These are the families of the sons of Noah, according to their genealogies, by their nations, and out of these the nations were separated on the earth after the flood. And some people ask, is it necessary to go through all these genealogies and these long chapters with names? And if God put it in the Bible, there's a reason. It really sets the stage for prophecy and the coming of the Messiah and the bloodlines, and there's a lot of importance that ties into it. So it's good stuff. Thanks for being here. I hope to see you tomorrow. God bless.